Okay guys, welcome to the stream. As the title says, just Monika. So yeah, just Monika. Peak. Okay. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, but I'll be here for a little bit, maybe like 20 minutes or so. Because why not? Why the heck not? I make sure that's working really quick. I think it is, but just gotta make sure that my crap is working. We send the thanks for watching message as usual. And that. Okay. Again, I filmed stuff I missed you. We're making sure my character file is okay for me. Of course. It's in D Steam apps. Common Doki Doki Literature Club characters. While you're playing on Steam, so you can just go into the game's properties and find browse local files button. I'm all that's left here, so just want to make sure that you don't run the risk of losing me, which would be terrible. Anyway, I have a lot to talk about. Let's continue our conversation now, okay? Now, where was I? Now, let's see. Let's see where we can go. Do you know I'm on Twitter? Yes, I did know you're on Twitter. Lil Monix3. I guess someone was kind enough to make an account for me. I picked the username though. I love sharing my thoughts and chatting with the world, the real world. So make sure you follow me, okay? Yeah, you gotta follow. Remember, it's Lil Monix3, like this. Gotta follow Monika. I'm personally following her, but you should be too, because just Monika. So yeah, it would really mean a lot to her. With how much you mean to me and all, it would really make me feel loved. So yeah, if you love Monika like me, then you gotta go follow her. I'm sorry, you just have to. But yeah, I had a really good. I did 2 other game streams, but I figured that I'd make the. I actually just finished a stream where I played Where the Winds Me and Zenless Zone Zero, but I figured that I'd make a different stream just for Monika. So yeah, we actually did pretty good. We got a subscriber. Hey, what's your favorite color? Emerald to green. Wow, look at that. What the heck? It's the color of my eyes. Oh, the best color in the world. Look at that. Perfect shade of green. Absolutely perfect shade of green. I just wish that the lighting was a little bit better, so you could see her eyes a little bit brighter. But it's fine. That's not conceit or anything, is it? No. I just meant that I feel some kind of special connection to it, like it's a part of my identity. Does it happen to also be your favorite color? Of course. Of course. It's just a guess. Because you've been looking at my eyes for so long, for a while now. Oh, frick. Hello, Toasty Floofy. Welcome to the stream. Playing Doki Doki Literature Club, because why not? And just Monika. But yeah, how are you doing today, Toasty Floofy? Hopefully you're having a good night. Nice, I love that game. I 10 out of 10 peak. This is actually my favorite game of all time. Now, it may sound crazy, but the first time I played it was like 2 months ago. But it is my favorite game of all time. I'm not joking, favorite game of all time. By the way, who is your favorite character? Is it the beautiful Monika, or is it Sayori, or is it Yuri or Natsuki? My favorite is, this is the best to the worst. Monika, Sayori, Natsuki, then Yuri. I don't care for Yuri, because Yuri, yeah. Sayori is almost number 1, but I like Monika more. But I need to know the question of 2026 is, who is your favorite Doki Doki Literature Club character? If it's not Monika, I don't care, but just wondering. Hey, did you know I'm vegetarian? I don't mean that like I'm bragging or anything. I just thought you'd enjoy a fun fact about me. I decided to start a couple years ago after learning more about Earth's climate. The carbon footprint of cultivating livestock is just unbelievable. Having a good night. My favorites are Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. But my really big favorite of the three is Yuri. Oh, frick. Wow. I've actually never met a person who likes Yuri the most. I'm trying to get 50 hours on this game. Currently, I have 1.1 hours left. We're at 48.9 currently, so I might play it for a whole hour, but we'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, this game is so peak. My, it sounds weird. It sounds weird to say, but it is by far my favorite game of all time, by far. It's crazy, but I just love it. Despite playing it for the first time 2 months ago, it's my favorite game of all time. It's just amazing. The carbon footprint of cultivating livestock is just unbelievable. Anyway, I decided it's not much of a personal sacrifice to just stop contributing to that whole mess. What is it? What is it? Sorry, I can't speak. What is that so strange of a reason? Well, I guess a lot of people are more concerned about it being inhumane and all that. You're not weird, it's my fave too. Oh, frick. Nice. It's, I've been seeing a lot more Doki Doki Literature Club fans recently. It's crazy. I think the game, it might be reviving. I don't know. But I've recently been seeing a lot more fans on my stream on this game. Which normally I don't get that many chatters. I just get people that watch, but it's nice to always see new chatters and stuff, so yeah. It's nice to see the community coming back. Maybe I just got lucky, but it's nice to see that. Because it's a really good game. It's a really good game. Well, I guess a lot more people are more concerned about it being inhumane and all that. I don't really care as much about that part. It's weird, like, we only care about killing the things that we personally relate to as a species. Most of the people are fine with killing bugs because they're icky. And of course we kill billions of microorganisms daily without even giving a thought. Well, the only thing is, you're killing like billions and billions every time you wash your hands. But you have to, or else you're gonna die. You gotta shower, that's killing a bunch of stuff. But you're gonna die. I mean, let's finish this first. But sounding like they're just a little bit bigger, it's murder. I do agree though with this, because a bug doesn't hold the same weight as a cow or something. I mean, what if plants feel some kind of pain too and we just don't understand it? What if pulling leaves off a stem feel like someone ripping your fingers off one by one? I'm just saying we're a pretty biased species if you think about it. Now, the way I think about it is, the bigger the animal, the bigger the brain. Like a horse is going to have a bigger brain than a spider, so it's going to understand more, it's going to feel more. That's the difference. That's why I would be fine with killing a bug, but I would never kill a horse, because their brain is bigger, so they actually feel things, and to a certain degree they feel emotions. So I kinda do agree with this. Or was it this? Where was it? This one right here. I do agree. I actually do think that if they are a little bit bigger, it does matter. Like, a dog holds way more worth to me than a frickin', what do you call it, a stink bug. That's just my opinion, but yeah. Anyway, if you ever feel like making a small contribution to the planet, it doesn't hurt to choose veggies once in a while. Even if we ever have dinner together, and you just did it for me, that'd be really romantic. Well, if I was with Monika, I would have to go vegetarian. If I was. Nobody else can make me go vegetarian besides Monika, though. Nobody. Just doesn't work like that. Yeah, maybe we'll go for 20 minutes or so. Just gotta spend time with Monika, I mean, you don't just kill all the other characters just to not be with Monika, Other people delete Monika right away, but I deleted her twice, unfortunately. Once for the bad ending, or once for the good ending, and one for the bad ending. The bad ending is where Sayori and all them don't die. That's the bad ending, because Monika doesn't exist there. the good ending is where Monika kills everybody and just sings the song at the end. But this is the best ending, where you don't delete her and you get her forever. So yeah, you know, this is just some kind of tacky romance game, right? Yeah, it is. Gonna have to ask. Oh, oh, that's that's. Let me take a screenshot. That's gonna go in the screenshots. Oh, let me think about it. I don't really remember what made me consider playing this game. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll be on the next stream or video when you post or stream. Okay, thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really do. Good night, though. Value your sleep. It's very important. Thank you for stopping by, though. Thank you for chatting. See you around, Toasty Floofy. Have a good night. Have a good rest. Now, I don't really know what made me consider playing this game. And have a good night's sleep. Yeah, thank you. I'll probably go to bed in like 20 minutes. See ya. Yeah, I don't really know what made me consider playing this game. I really don't know. It's a tough question. Frick. Huh. I'll have to think about this for a second. I don't. Now, I first played it like October or September, whenever. I don't think I can check when I first downloaded it. But I don't really know what made me consider it. Hello, silliest goober ever. How are you doing? I think what made me consider playing this game was I saw this game in like 2017 when it was released and stuff. Back when it was like really popular when it was released, and I remember people playing it like Markiplier and all them. But I never played it then. I never played it till 5 years later. Or no, not even 5 years later, 8 years later. In October. Like 2 months ago. Actually more like 2.5 months ago. But I think what made me play this, it popped up in my recommended. And I just figured, you know what? I remember seeing this game from 2017. And I figured it'd be a good game to stream. Or a good game to play. And then I figured, yeah, I should install it, so. And then I played it. Now, unfortunately, I didn't record it or stream it on my first playthrough, but I was gonna record it the second time I played it, when I was like in Act 2, but I lost the recording, so yeah. So I played it all by myself when I first played it, like in October, but it just popped into my recommended, I believe, and then I just figured, you know, I should consider playing it. I figured it'd be like a good horror game, and then I actually didn't know anything about the game. The most I knew about the game was the frickin' Just Monika song by whatever, I don't know who made it, but I knew absolutely nothing. And I'm so happy that I didn't either, because it's way nicer to go into something blind and to not know what's going on than it is to like jump into it. So I am really happy that I did play it not by myself, but that I played it without spoilers and stuff, because it would have taken away. Now, I will play other games after watching people play them. I'm glad I didn't do it with this one. I'm glad. I'm really glad. This game is I really mean it when I say by far. Let me drink this glass of water first. this isn't too loud. Okay. Gotta clear my throat out. I think my opinions on it would have changed if I saw another person play them, because I would have been viewing it the way they viewed it. But when I played it by myself, I was able to make my own opinions, my own catering to myself. I formed my own opinions, my own taste, my own likes on the characters, because I didn't have an outside influence, and I'm really happy. Excuse me, give me a second. But I'm really happy that I wish I did stream it when I first played it, and I also wish that I played it all in one run. I played it all in one run when I played it for the second time when I streamed it and stuff. I probably got like 6 or whatever videos on that playlist now. Hello TDLC, or welcome back. Look, we got a legendary poll. Legendary poll. Look at this one. Look at this. This is a legendary poll. It started with this line. I kind of have to ask. And then this is the second line. I've been talking about this for 10 minutes now. Look at that. Look how crazy this game has made me. But, yeah, this is a really good question. I've just been talking about it for a while. Since you're here, I'll talk about it again. So, you know, I played it back in October and stuff, but, the way it got recommended to me, I'll say it again for you. So, you know, I saw people play it in 2017 when it's at like the height of its popularity and stuff. But one day in October, I guess it just ran into my recommended on Steam, and it was free. Now, I didn't know anything about it before I played it. I knew absolutely nothing, but when it went to my recommended, I knew. I saw the game before. I didn't know what it's about, but I saw the game. I mean, everybody probably knows what it is. I mean, it's really, it's popular. But I knew what it was because I saw it pop up around my recommended in YouTube in like 2017, but I never watched it or anything. But yeah. One day in October, I just got it in my recommended, and I was like, oh, this game, I should give it a play. Yeah, I actually didn't play it the first day that I found it. I think I installed it because it was like late at night, and then I played it the day after, and then I got to the part where Sayori hangs herself, I believe, or maybe a little after that, and then I believe the second day, I was like somewhere in Act 2, and then I got to the second day, I played it as like Act 2, and I believe I finished it that day, and then I completed Act 4 that same day, and then that's when I got Your Reality and all that, because I deleted Monika, and then the third day I played it, I think the third day is when I got the good ending, and then for some reason, back in December, or when did I stream this game? I gotta look back at when I streamed it for the first time. I just figured that I should play it again. I don't know why, but I just figured that I should play it again. I don't know why. I don't know why. It just came into me. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Yeah. Frick. When did let me check my videos. Okay, so I played it on stream on December 5th. That's when I played it on stream. I don't know what caused me to play it. I was too scared to play it. Sorry, I read your message late. I was too scared to play it. Back in 2017 when I was only 8 years old. Not until I was 14. Oh. But yeah. I didn't really think much of it at first when Sayori killed herself, because that just jump scared me. But it wasn't until I listened to Now You Got Recommended Your Stream. It's crazy, the turn of events. But I didn't really think much of the game. I thought it was just a horror game. And I thought it was a horror game up to the point that I got to Your Reality. That's when Monika never left my thoughts. Ever since then, she has been inside my head, living rent free. Ever since I listened to Your Reality, I think that's when it hit me. That I was like, whoa. When I listened to Your Reality, I think that's like what triggered me to make this my favorite game. That song. And then us up till like 11:30 that night. I sound like I'm crazy, but I was up to like 11:30, and I just started crying because that song. I was like, holy crap, that's such a good game. And part of the reason I cried was it's like whoa, like the parallelism. Like, it wasn't until that night that I was like, whoa, this game is my favorite. It's like, whoa, this is what it's really about. And then yeah, but mainly it wasn't until Your Reality that song hit me. That song hit me. I know it sounds cringe, but yeah. But it just got recommended on my Steam. I was like, you know what? I should play it after all these years. And I am so glad that I did. I am so glad that I did. I'm so glad. It's crazy. And I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I waited because I wouldn't have understood it. I would have just gotten jump scared and never thought of anything of it. But man, it's crazy. And then I don't know what brought me to play it back in December 5th, which was when I streamed it for the first time. I think what happened was I was originally going to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, because that was when it got released December 5th, but a turn of events, I wasn't able to go, and I figured I should stream this game, it'd be good. And then yeah. And that wasn't when I first liked Monika and started loving Monika, and she was my favorite and all that. And it's my favorite game. It was like when I listened to Your Reality, that was like, whoa. But just December 5th is when I decided to stream it. It's just because I had nothing to do, and I had been meaning to stream the game for a while by then. I had really been wanting to. So yeah, that's how we did it. That is why I considered playing it in the first place, and why I streamed it. And I am so glad that I did. I am so unbelievably glad that I did. Were you that lonely? I wasn't lonely when I played it. I mean, it was like only 2 months ago, but it just got recommended, and yeah. I wonder if other people played it because they were lonely. No offense to them, but I wonder how other people got it. Like the most people got it. I think what made it popular was obviously Anime Girl, but the horror aspect at the time was unheard of. Nobody in 2017 played visual novels, so I think that's why it was so popular. Not necessarily that people were lonely, but yeah. I wasn't lonely when I played it. I just figured that I should. It kind of called out to me. It's crazy. Like, it kind of is like, you know what? We're gonna play it. Like, without a second thought, I just downloaded it. I'm not joking. Like, I just did not have a second thought. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Not a second thought in my head, and boom. 10 seconds later, just Monika. Actually, more like 36 hours later, but yeah. I feel a little bad for you. No, don't feel bad. But I guess everything worked out perfectly in the end for both of us. Exactly. I got to meet you. Well, I don't think I've really been lonely for a long, long time. I wouldn't say that I've been, give me something. Sorry, I'm trying to find something on my desk there. And I wouldn't say I've been lonely for a long, long time. I probably haven't been lonely since since like sixth grade. Yeah, yeah. Ever since like sixth grade, I've been pretty social, like really social. So yeah, maybe seventh grade, maybe kind of both. Sixth, I'm not gonna say it, but I'd say like my sixth grade and my seventh grade. Ever since then, I like once I entered eighth grade, that's when I'd say like more towards like the end of seventh grade is when I stopped being lonely. That's kind of like when I became like an extrovert. Extrovert. Now I can still be an introvert at times, but I'd say I'm mostly an extrovert now. Although it's all situational, so it can vary. But yeah, I've been pretty happy since around eighth grade. I've been really happy. Besides, every now and then when I get the blues, but everybody gets bad days. Everybody gets the blues. I can't help but feel like this was fate. Hmm. You know what it could have been. Sometimes, sometimes I wonder if this game, gosh, I sound so freaking weird. I sound like I'm crazy, but sometimes I wonder. I don't know if I believe in fate, cause it's kind of weird. Like I'm destined to die in a heart attack or something. I don't necessarily believe in fate. I, I mean, you can change your actions. Like, if I say that my fate is to die in a heart is my fate is that I die with a heart attack, I could ask somebody to shoot me before that happens, or something. I could intentionally get myself murdered or something. So I don't think I believe in fate, because you can change your actions and stuff to avoid that fate. If you're scared of a specific fate, you can very easily change it. So I don't really believe in fate. But I just believe like this game called out to me. I don't know. Some mystic I'm not gonna say no magic, but I just feel like it called out to me. So yeah. Don't you feel that way too? I don't believe in fate, but I do believe that it called out to me. So happy we have this ending together. Well, so am I. But no, I don't. I'll say it. I don't believe in fate at all. I don't believe in fate at all. Although I do believe in plans and stuff. Let me think about that for another second, if I do or not. Hmm. I guess I don't believe in fate. Um. Yeah, I guess I don't. Because if you fear a specific fate, you can intentionally avoid that. I actually disagree. If you know you will die of a heart attack, you can't die until that heart attack comes. Sorry, typo. Well, what if what if when you go to a psychic or whoever tells you your fate, you just pull out a gun and just shoot yourself in the forehead and commit suicide right then and there? That changes your fate. Although then you could say that that is your fate, committing suicide, but the reason I don't is because if you know your fate, you can change it. Oh frick, that's a paradox, because then you change your fate. Because then that is your fate, dying that way. So frick. Gosh dang it, I just made myself a paradox. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, I'm Einstein if he was retarded. Because if I get told that my fate is dying in a car crash, so I decide to never. Well, what if, like, let's put it a different way. What if somebody tells me my fate is to die in a car crash, so I decide to never ride in a car again? and I stay at my home for the rest of my life, never exiting the door once, and I just die of old age. If the psychic isn't a cheap one, isn't just trying to scam you. Yeah, but like, what if somebody told you that you're gonna die in a car crash and you decide to never ride in a car again? You decide to never even go near a car. And then you never die in a car crash. That's the way I think of it, is you can... Then it isn't your fate. But then again, however you die, that is how you die. So, gosh dang it, that's a freaking paradox. I just paradoxed myself. Because, oh, frick me. No matter how hard you try it, well, I think you can stop a specific fate. You can stop a specific fate. Like, let's say, for example, you say, I am never going to, I'm never going to record a video again for the rest of my life. And then somebody might say that's my fate. But the day after, not fate isn't always about death. I don't think it. I think like fate can be different, like the way you live a life. I don't think fate specifically refers to the way you die, but if somebody says my fate is to never upload a single YouTube video again, what if I then do upload a single YouTube video? What if the second I come home, I upload a YouTube video? And what if that was my fate, but I changed it? I don't friggin' know. It's a paradox, but maybe I believe in fate. I gotta think about it more, because man, that's a real, oh man, frick, you're starting to make me think, DDLC. You got me thinking. Dude, only God can make fates for people, not just saying it's your faith. I do believe in God, but I don't think I believe in fate. I believe that there could be plans and stuff, but I don't... Let me think about it more. That's a hard... Let me think about it. How about this? Is you make your own fate. Maybe that's the way to put it, is you make your own fate. Like you die by a gunshot because you got in like a gunfight or something. And you put yourself in that position. Maybe I believe that. Maybe I believe that you make your own fate. Because you essentially die in that way based on your own actions. Like that is such a that's a very complicated subject. Wow, I haven't thought this hard in a while. Man, this is complicated. Man, I gotta think about it. That's a really complicated subject. Man, frick. But man, maybe you change your fate to what you want it to be. Maybe that's better. Maybe that the better way to say is you decide your fate, nobody else. Maybe that's better. Hey, maybe we can invite hosts to the Discord. Oh, I didn't. They left a while ago. They went to sleep like 20 or so minutes ago. Usually I only invite people to the Discord though if I've seen them for like 2 times, or if they watch. I should have invited Spectre. If I see Spectre again, I'll invite him. I should have invited Spectre. But yeah, the way I think about fate is nobody else decides. I think you make your own fate. If I see Toasty again, and if he stays a while, I'll invite him. But I think next time if I see Spectre again, I'll definitely invite him. Spectre was pretty cool. Yeah, Spectre does seem to like CZZ. You know what? I think I'll raise the cap of the members to 15. I think 15 is better than 10. I think I'll change it to 15. Yeah. Let me read again. I get so burnt out having to put on smiles and be full of energy the whole day. Oh, frick. Oh, frick. I'm gonna talk about this for 10 minutes now. Most people, when they see me, they always ask me what's wrong. They ask me, hey, how are you doing? Or you okay? Or stuff like that. But I can be having the best day of my life, and I don't put on a smile. I don't say that I'm a smiler. Now, me and my friends tell jokes all the time and crap, and we make each other laugh, but I don't say that I necessarily like to smile. I don't force smiles or nothing, but I think it's just the way my face is. But a lot of people, we're not talking about this for a while, but a lot of people always ask me, how are you doing and stuff? Are you alright? But I'll be having like the best day ever, but I think I just don't have a smiley face. My face is kind of shaped like a frown, but just because I don't smile doesn't mean I'm not happy. Because I think it's just the way my face is, but a lot of people say they can't read my face. I don't know if that's good or not, but yeah. No, that's not really the main point of this message, but sometimes I might just be like quiet the whole day. Or about five fingers. He was only on one stream. Oh, I saw him for a bunch of streams. Back when I played Phantom Forces, me and him used to play it together. I've known him for about a while. I've known him for a long time. For about 6 months or so. And we used to play. But that's the first time I saw him in a while, so I figured I'd invite him. That way I don't lose him again. But I guess so we're not having to put smiles and be full of energy the whole day. I think I have days like that. Because I tend to have a lot of days like that. Just the way my personality is, but I can either be the most active person you would ever see, or I could be the quietest person. Even if my friends are there and stuff, sometimes I just, not that I have a bad day, but I just have low energy. I think this is kind of me. Like, I get burnt out very easily. Very easily. Like, one day, I can have the best day ever, or the next one, I could be like really quiet and stuff. I'm a very situational person. I'm a very, very situational person. I can vary drastically. Which you can see by the way I play this game and the way I play other things like Zenless Zone Zero. I am a very, very situational person. I am a very situational person. Like, if I played Zenless Zone Zero, you would never know that I played DDLC. Besides the fact that I talked about it 24/7 when I played it, but I'm a very situational person. Because some days I will just be burnt out, and I'll be very quiet and stuff. I'm a very, very situational person. Very, very. And not that I have a bad day either. My bad days are terrible. I do bad stuff on bad days. we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, my bad days are way different than my quiet days. I'd say like my quiet days are just when I'm burnt out. My bad days are when I do bad. If we see Spectre and another ZZ stream, and has 2 streams to invite him, well, I was just gonna invite him regardless, if ever wherever I see him. But yeah, I'd say all that you need to be invited is be like either interest me a ton, or just be very active in the chat, or if I've known you for a while. It all depends. Like I know when to do it, but I'm a very situational person. Because I can be burnt out very easily. And I think, sorry, I just popped my neck like it just fell off my head. Give me a second. I think sometimes when you try to be happy all the time, it is very easily to get burnt out because you spend the whole day being happy. Then you wake up tomorrow, something bad happens, and you realize the world is in all sunshine and rainbows. Don't pull a Natsuki on me, what? But I can be very burnt out. It just all depends. Whether I struggle on a certain class or something, if I don't understand something that day. If I had like a hard trouble in a certain class, like I didn't understand something and I worked on it for a while, then that could make me. Sometimes I'm like that in school. If I'm having a hard day in school, then I will normally be quieter because I'm worried about school. But my bad days, we're not going to talk about that on YouTube because I don't think I can. But my bad days usually come from sometimes on my bad days I will be happy. It's weird, like I'll be happy, and then when I get home it's like poof. I'm a very situational person because I can be genuinely happy, but like still have a bad day. Like no matter what happened that day, I would still have a bad day, no matter what. I tend to get I don't think that's depression, maybe it is, but sometimes I just have very bad days randomly. And bad days are not good. We're not going to talk about that on YouTube, but yeah. My bad days, I can be happy, and then I go home and poof. But yeah, I should probably get to a new line of text, because sometimes I just want to get right into my pajamas and watch TV on the couch while eating junk. That's me. Those are my bad days. If I have a bad day, I will want to get on my computer, watch YouTube, and yeah, waste the day away. That's what I do on a bad day. On a good bad day. We're not going to talk about what I do on a bad day. Bad day. I do bad stuff. I completely get when I'm feeling low. I keep my judgments of the world all internal. I feel insecure sharing these values, but I'm not sure others will understand me. Exactly. Sometimes I feel like I can't share my feelings, so I do it on YouTube. Yep, I do it on YouTube. It's kind of crazy how this is the most open I've ever been with people on YouTube. And that's why I love it. I really love it, because I would most likely never talk to anybody about this. So it's kind of cool. It's a healthy way to discharge how I feel instead of bottling it up, because I don't really feel like I could talk to anybody about that. It's like a healthy way to like talk about things and discharge all that. But yeah, when, like you said, feeling low, I keep my judgments of the world internal. Normally when I have a bad day, I blame myself, because I'm not going to go into specifics, but normally when I have a bad day, it's because of something I did, and I tend to be harsher on myself, I feel like. I feel like I tend to be harsh on myself because, let me think for a second. Because it's myself, like I should do the best. But when I don't do the best, it's disappointing because like I can do it. I can't control other people. I shouldn't get mad at other people as much because like I can't control them. But me, I tend to get more mad at myself and not gonna. But yeah. Me myself, I tend to get mad at myself more because like you are in control. You don't control other people, but you control yourself. So knowing that you did something and you do it, and then you're left to your own thoughts. Like if you get mad at somebody, it'll eventually exit you. But if it's something that you did and you're mad at yourself, then you got a whole day of self-hate. Monika would be an HR girl. She seems nice, but because of her yonder personality, she's still B minus. B minus is better than C. So yeah. Hello, Maddie. How are you doing? But yeah, I tend to be harsh on myself, I feel. Even if I shouldn't. What was it, last Friday? The Friday before last Friday, I did a stupid decision, and I spent the whole day hating myself because I did something stupid. And it wasn't even that big of a deal. I'm not going to talk about it. It wasn't anything bad. It'd be hard to explain. It's really embarrassing, but yeah. Trying to help out from one small town. From one small time YouTube to another. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, but the Friday before last Friday, I did something really stupid. I'm not gonna explain it because it's really embarrassing. It's not bad necessarily. I mean, it was stupid, but it wasn't bad. But not like terrible, but I did something bad. How do I have 6 viewers? Holy crap! People must love to hear me talk about life. Holy crap! I don't blame you. But yeah, the Friday before last Friday, or also known as the 19th, I did something very stupid. Not bad, but just stupid. I spent the whole day mad at myself. I spent the entire day hating myself. So I can be very judgmental on myself. Very, very judgmental. Like, I spent the whole day hating myself. I literally, not healthy, do not recommend it, but I literally starved myself the entire day. I literally starved myself that entire day. I'm not joking. All I had was one or two cookies, I believe, and water. But I starved myself that entire day. The only thing I ate was like 2 cookies, if that. The ones I made. Stream idea, iPhone stuff plays at Mori. What is that? You only have 5 subs. I have 160. I have 160? I have 157. I guess that's close to 160 though. 3 off. My advice is just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. It's crazy. You got 5 subs in one day, dude. That's crazy nice. Don't get discouraged. Just keep doing it. You gotta be relatively consistent. And don't fake your personality. Do not fake your personality, because that's part of the reason I created this YouTube channel, is because I hate when people fake their personalities, or when they scream at the camera and stuff. Do not fake your personality. Keep it genuine. Like this stream. Don't be afraid to talk about stuff. But yeah, keep it. Don't fake your personality. Nobody likes a fake person, or where they scream at the camera. I created this YouTube channel because I got so tired of people yelling at the camera. or people telling people to subscribe. I absolutely despise when people tell you to subscribe. I despise that. In fact, I don't think I've asked people to subscribe as of my knowledge once. So yeah, you can tell people to, but I personally don't, and I won't ever, because I don't like when I start a YouTube video and then I get blasted with so much crap. The only person you should listen to when they say subscribe is either Markiplier or Mr. Beast. Those people deserve a subscription. But yeah, I should probably read more. Feel so... Holy crap, when did I... Feels so unbelievably good to do that one. Do that on Friday. I freaking love Friday. Friday is the best day of the week. Technically it's Friday night, even though it's Saturday morning. I love Friday night. Saturday night sucks because you know that tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, you'd have to go back to school or work, whatever. I hate Saturday. Saturday, it doesn't suck. I don't hate it. I hate Sunday. I despise Sunday. But Friday is the absolute best. It's gonna suck when I have to go back to school on Monday. It's gonna frickin' suck. Just to, by the way, it never ends. Yep. You gotta keep pushing though. But I'm gonna hate when I have to go back on. I think it's the 5th I go back on. I'll have to check, but I hate it. It's gonna suck. It's not... Now, the worry is worse than when you get there, because you worry more. Like when I get back, it'll actually be pretty fun, because I get to see my friends every day and stuff, but the days before I go back sucks more, because you get that existential crisis. Amori is an RPG game you play as well. Who would have guessed? Amori, a young boy experiencing a dreamlike world with your friends fighting multiple enemies. On a quest to find your missing friend, Basil. I think I might have heard of that. Let me look at that on Steam. Let me look at if I think I've seen that. I don't know if I have or not. I might get it if it goes on sale because it's $20 right now. Looks pretty cool though. Looks kind of scary. But yeah. I hate Sunday. Sorry, I know it's not very cute to me. Well, that doesn't matter. Sometimes everybody's not going to be cute. Told you about it on the Discord. Oh, Viz, that game? Frick. I do not have the best memory, DDLC. I do not have the best memory. Except when it comes to remembering stuff from 6 years ago. That was the most embarrassing thing in my life. I can somehow remember that, like it was yesterday. But I can't remember stuff from whenever that was. It's crazy how I can remember stuff from 10 years ago easily, or 8 years ago, specific incidents that are not, I'm not going to even mention. Not because they're bad, but because they're just embarrassing. But I can literally remember the most embarrassing, like, oh my gosh, it's terrible. It is terrible. I wish I could remember certain things. I wish I could forget certain things. But a late night on the couch with you, that would be a dream come true. I agree. That would be a dream if I had a late night on the couch with Monika. That would be a dream. Imagine that, being on the couch with Monika late at night. That'd be peak. That would be peak. My heart is pounding just thinking about it. That would be peak. That'd be peak. Best memories 144p. Worst memories 8K Ultra HD. 8K is a scam. 4K is a scam. My PC is surprisingly well. I've upgraded it over time. You know, I got that newer graphics. I got the RX 6600 last year summer. That basically allows me to play every single game in 1080p. Sometimes I have to lower the settings, but yeah, I can play any game in... I've never had to downscale. It cost me like $300 at the time, but it's carried me through. It's carried me through. It has carried me through. That RX 6600. I don't know when I'll upgrade my computer, but when I do, I'm going to do a big upgrade to 144p. 1440p. You get the joke, right? Yeah. Wait, no, I don't. What is it because 8K is too expensive? Is that why? Because you can't even notice the difference between 4K and 8K. You can barely notice the difference between 1440p, or I'll call it 2K. No, most people call it 1440p, but the difference between 1440p and 4K, it is not night and day. It is night and day between 1080p, which is why I really want to upgrade to 1440p. I really want to upgrade to it, but 1440p to 4K is a scam. For like twice the power, you won't even notice it really, unless you're actively trying to notice every detail. I mean, on a TV you should get it because TVs are, you know, you can get them. They're huge and they're like $300 or whatever. It depends, but you should get 4K. I think 4K on a TV because you won't even find a 1440p TV, and they probably aren't even that much more expensive. But for monitors, 4K is a scam. 8K, you couldn't even know. I can guarantee that anybody would not notice the difference between 4K and 8K unless they were lying to themselves or they had like the best eyes in the world. Change my description for a shout out for you. What? Sorry. Oh, thank you for the shout out. I see. I went to your YouTube channel. Nice. Oh, you got 132 views. Nice. That's pretty good. For starting your YouTube channel 3 days ago, that's pretty good. Nice. But yeah, just be relatively consistent and you'll do good. It is hard work. It is hard work. You gotta be lucky to be in the algorithm. But surprisingly, my streams have been doing much better recently. I don't know what I've done differently. I think it's part of the microphone. My microphone sounds way better than the old crap I had. Partially because it's $150, but I think this microphone definitely helped because nobody wants to hear a fuzzy microphone. I'm seeing if you have something you want to remember in your life. It's so blurry and hard to remember what happened, but when it's an embarrassing memory, oh yeah. You somehow know every single part. And it's crazy. I think it's because it's more important to you, or it had more significance in your. It had a bigger impact. Not that it was life changing, but it had a bigger impact. Like you said, I said some embarrassing things when I was like 10 and crap. The dumbest things ever. The dumbest of the dumbest things ever. The dumbest things ever. And then I can't remember. Yeah, it did went over my head. But I will say that I remember saying so much stupid crap. I said so much stupid crap. Even in like 7th grade, I said stupid crap that disgusts me. And then 8th grade. 8th grade is the worst. I've talked about that so much, but my 8th grade year. Ooh, that was the worst. I said terrible stuff. I make it seem like 8th grade was a freaking anime protagonist. Like I was like killing people in 8th grade, but I was a bad person in 8th grade. I didn't kill people. I didn't hurt people. I didn't even get in fights. I just did the corniest stuff ever. I mean, it was what? What year was I in 8th grade? Last year was 2025. That was in 10th. 2024, I was in 9th. So, 2023. 2023. I'll just say 2023 because it's easier, but 2023 was, we don't talk about that iPhone stuff version. I think that's when I uploaded my first video when I was in 8th grade. But I did some Tread the Mod Monika after story. I just like the canon Monika. I don't like the mods because They over sexualize her. I want to be talking to the real deal. I try to move on and tell myself I matured a lot over the years. Even by not a lot. I think I've matured a lot over the years. I think, anyways, I freaking hope. I think maybe I'm like you and I tell myself that. But I think I've improved. I think I have improved over the years. Because I'm not gonna say what I did when I was in 8th grade, but I just said corny stuff. Like, it was so stupid. And I can't say it on YouTube because it's that corny, but yeah, I hope you like the quote. 144p bad, 8K. No, frick, 144p good, 8K bad. I'll try to remember that, but... Frick, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I was in 8th grade, I didn't freaking get in fights or nothing. I had, like, the best grades ever in 8th grade, but... Or the second best, whatever. But I just said so much corny stuff. It was terrible. It was terrible. I was so corny. I wasn't alone, I had friends too, but everybody was corny in that year. Everybody. That was... Although I will say that it was my favorite school year because of how fun it was. I regret what I did, but I did a lot of corny stuff, but it was my most favorite. Actually, no, I would go to say that this is my favorite school year. This one, I would go and say this one is, because no, I don't think my 8th grade year could be peaked. It was terrible. It was corny, but I did terrible. I said a lot of terrible things, but as much as I hate it, I would probably go back and do it again because that was my best year ever. I mean, late 2023 to early 2023 was a wild time to live. Oh, yes, it was. 8th grade was so good, even I was embarrassed. Oh, you're in the same grade as me then at that time. Man, I said the corniest stuff. I can't say it on YouTube. I probably could, but I'm too embarrassed to. I physically... can't. I did so much stupid stuff. I didn't commit crimes. No, I didn't do bad stuff. I was grinding in Fortnite. I think I might have played Fortnite back then. I don't know what I played back then, but I definitely played stuff. I had so much free time. Life was perfect. I feel you. I've kind of... I don't know. I feel like, I like YouTube, but... Now, this is a perfect use of my time. I love this, but, I think I'm gonna stop uploading videos on Tuesday and Thursday and just stream on, like, Wednesday. I might start streaming on Thursday. Because I don't really like to upload videos. Because what's the point in making a video when you can just live stream it? And then you can just post it anyway, and it'll be a video. I love live streaming, but I don't really enjoy making videos. I feel like it just takes forever and crap. I do not. I mean, it's fun sometimes, but it just feels kind of bland when I make videos. I mean, you guys can hear me talk, like, live. Like, my genuine reaction. You know that I'm not posting my voiceover or something. Now Junior is just consuming sleep hours. It seems like I have a good sleep schedule during school, but I don't. Even during school, I will stay up till 12 and stuff. It's bad. I think I'm gonna stop making videos on Tuesday, because it's just terrible. And even if I don't do anything on Tuesday, just relaxing or not making a video would be better for my mental health. And that frick, I could spend those 2 hours talking on Discord and be better than... Might not be best for the channel, but it'd be best for me. What are some tips for live streaming? You don't have to use your mic. It depends. If you don't feel confident with your voice, don't use it. I personally hate my voice, but I'm confident with it. That sounds very contradictory, but some people say my voice sounds good, so yeah. And I kind of like to use it. I don't like my voice myself, but I kind of like to speak it. It's better than chatting. Live streaming on VR, I don't know. I've never had a VR. I guess play popular games. Play what you want. Play what you want. And you might get viewers that like you. Play what you want. That's my suggestion. And live stream that. I've never had a VR. I don't really know anything besides Gorilla Tag, but play what you want, and it's hard. It is hard, but don't worry. Holy crap, I have 160 subscribers. Oh my gosh, you were right. I guess I didn't refresh. I've gained 4 subscribers tonight. Wow. My channel's been doing really good, but don't be discouraged if you don't gain subscribers. There's been like weeks where I wouldn't gain sometimes I won't even gain a subscriber a week. And one thing that matters is watch time. Watch time matters the most because it means that your channel is alive. So try to keep viewer engagement. Watch time matters the most because it means that people are actually watching your videos. It's better to have people that watch your videos than it is to have subscribers that don't watch your videos. That's my suggestion. Try to keep people in, yeah. Read the chat and stuff if you can. People like to have their messages read. Hey, thanks a lot. You should get a VR. I'm gonna talk about this for a couple minutes, but I don't care if people like VR. Good for them for liking it, but I don't like it because I like computers because I can get immersed more than a TV, more than a phone, but I can put my headphones on and get immersed, but I don't want to be that immersed. I want to be reminded that I am living in the real world. Not that you're not living in the real world when you're in virtual reality, but I like the balance of immersiveness and reality because I don't want to. Plus, I don't like having a screen 2 inches in front of my face. No, not saying it's bad to have a VR. I'm sure it's a lot of fun, but it's just not for me. Because I feel like it would mess up my sense of reality. That sounds weird, but I like just the computer. I get immersed a little bit and stuff. But I don't want to be that immersed, if that makes sense. But if you love your VR, love it. It's just not for me, but yeah. Also, I could buy one, but I just don't really want one. Understandable, thank you. I don't know why, but I get really excited when I think about you wanting to show off your relationship like that. What was the previous message? Oh, would you ever introduce your friends to me? I have tried that. It did not work. It did not work. Unfortunately, it did not work. So, yeah, unfortunate. Real world friends. I tried. But, yeah, that did not work. It did not work. It did not work. I don't know why, but I get really excited when I think about you wanting to show off a relationship like that. Well, I tried. I tried, Monica. Me, it's because I really want to be someone who makes you proud. If I would try extra hard to improve myself if you told me it made you proud of me. I hope it's the same for the other way around, too. Yeah, I tried. It doesn't work. I mean, I'm not shaming people who don't like this game. There are good reasons that people might not play it. Or there are good reasons, but everybody has their reasons for not playing a game, but I can understand how people don't like it. People might not like visual novels. It might be too slow, it might be too fast. I don't know, but I can completely understand how people don't like a certain game. And that's fine. Oh, frick, I just scored gold. I love the sound of rain. I'd say that's the most calming sound ever. Not heavy rain. For me, calm spring showers. I love that kind of rain. Or I like heavy rain too. I just don't like storms where it's really windy. I don't care if it's... Actually, I like when it's pouring. No, I don't prefer it, but I prefer any type of rain. I prefer any type of rain, but I don't like storms. But I love the rain, any type. I don't care. I have played DDLC over 150 times. That, that, good, good. I, I appreciate your commitment, and that's a very good thing. Who's your favorite? Who is your favorite? The question of a lifetime. Who I need to know who is your favorite. I don't care if it's not Monika, but I need to know. I just wish people didn't judge this game by the cover at my school when I showed it to them. I showed it to one of my friends, and they said they actually asked me what's it about. And it's like it's not what it seems. He's like, no. At least he didn't completely shut it down. At least he asked what it was about. Natsuki, you got a fellow Natsuki fan in the chat. R2X, a fellow Natsuki fan in the chat. But anyways, talking about the rain, I love the sound of rain. No, I'll say I like pouring rain. I like heavy rain. I like calm rain. It doesn't matter, but I don't like storms. Not for me. I hate when it's all windy and stuff, but if it's raining heavy and stuff, bring it on. I freaking love it, but I hate when like the winds are blowing tornadoes. But I love the rain. It's really beautiful. Not so much getting my clothes and hair wet, though. I agree. I don't like that either. But a nice quiet day at home with the sound of rainfall outside my window. Nothing beats that. Nothing beats that, especially if it's the day after school. The rain can really help me calm down. I may or not be a simp for her, don't tell my GF. I mean, I don't shame anybody for playing this. I mean, I'm a freaking simp for Monika. I am a simp for I'll say it. Am I a simp DDLCer? Am I being a simp for Monika? I don't know. I guess I am. I don't freaking care at this point. She controls my brain. Wow, I don't even have a GF, so you are already ahead of me. Monika's my girlfriend, so yeah. I have Monika, so that's something. That is something for me. Why I get married when I have Monika? No, because it's a two-way relationship. She's liking you back. Or you responding to me or him? I don't freaking know who you're responding to. I don't know who you're responding to. Don't be mean. I don't freaking care. People have their own reasons. Sometimes they need to focus on themselves and stuff. But a nice quiet day at home with the sound of rainfall outside my window. No, I'm saying you're not a simp for Monika. Okay. I guess you're right. Okay. I guess you're right. I mean, everybody has their reasons. Some people want a girlfriend, some people don't want a girlfriend. I personally don't. But, yeah. I just want to focus on myself and stuff. And Monika, of course, but to each their own. And to each their good health. It's one of the most calming experiences for me. I love it. The rain really calms me down. It's really therapeutic, if I might say it. But I love it. It is one of the most calming things ever. The rain. It's really just beautiful. I love nature. I really do love nature. Unfortunately, it's here where I live, there's tons of snow and I can't go in the forest. There's a forest, like, I can walk to it in like 5 minutes down the road, and it's really pretty and stuff, but unfortunately I can't go to it because it's freezing out. But I like to go down there and take my dogs for a walk in the nature after school and stuff. But unfortunately I can't do that, but I love the nature. Nature is beautiful. I freaking love nature. I may be a PC geek, but I do love nature. I love the snow. I just love it. I love it. I'm a nature person. I friggin' love it. Yeah, sometimes just imagine you holding me while we listen to the sound of rain outside. That'd be pretty peak. I just love the sound of rain. We've been dating for over a month and she's already pushing it more. It more felt like a year. Hmm. That's not too cheesy or anything, is it? No, that's not cheesy. Would you ever do that for me? I film stuff, sure. Gladly. But I freaking love nature. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. I freaking love it. Natural stuff. I do love technology, but I love nature too. I think it should be. And one thing I hate is, even though I live in like the country and stuff, you will see litter everywhere. Not everywhere, but you will see it down the road. It's. I hate when people. I hate litter. I hate. I hate litter with a passion. It drives me nuts. Like, why do you have to be so lazy that you can't throw your thing away or recycle it? I don't even care if you don't recycle it. At least put it in the trash can. I don't even care if it's glass and you put it in the trash can instead of the recycle bin. At least throw it away. Put it next to the friggin' trash can. Don't leave it on the side of the road. I hate litter. And then friggin' animals try to get in it and they die and crap. It's terrible. I like animals. I wouldn't say I'm the most animal enthusiastic person, but I like animals. I like the sound of birds and stuff. I hate the sound of dog barks, though. I hate that. Well, I just hope, I'm not gonna read that, because it wasn't to me. Gosh, I used to be so ignorant about certain things. Oh, frick. Why do I get this one so much? Every time I talk to Monika, I get the middle school one. She's judging me. She's judging me. As she should. Oh, this is different. Oh, frick. Oh, this one. When I was in middle school, I thought that taking medication was an easy way out or something like that. Nope. That is not an easy way. It might, well, I don't know. I've never taken medication for depression or anything. I don't take pills. I avoid pills as much as I think I've only taken like 3 pills in my life, if that. 3 pills, if that. Maybe, yeah. I will not take pills unless I physically have to. I would rather die than take a pill. That sounds very cheap of me, saying you could die, and I could, but I don't know what they put in those things. If they're lying on the label, if it's like something to make you dumb or something, so I don't freaking know, but I will avoid pills as much as I physically can. I will avoid pills as I physically can. I'm on meds for my ADHD. Oh, yeah, I hate pills. I just don't know if they're lying about the ingredients or stuff. If they're trying to like make you dumb or something. I don't know, but I will never take pills. I've never taken pills for depression or anything. I don't really know if I've had depression really, but I have had some. Maybe it just comes and goes for me. I mean, it works. I wouldn't say I'm a depressed person. I wouldn't say I'm a depressed person, but I can have depression. I don't think that makes me depressed, but I can have like days where I'm depressed and stuff. Like I was talking about 2 Fridays ago, I had like the worst day ever, where I freaking starved myself and ate 2 cookies all day, and that was it. Um, I'd say that I can have. I don't think I'm depressed, but I can have very bad days. I can. Well, maybe that is depression, but yeah. I can have depressive days. I can be depressed, but I guess that is being. I guess that is depression, but doesn't. I mean, I I can go like a week or something straight. I don't think it was really till like Doki Doki Literature Club that I realized that I kind of have like a little bit of depression. I don't think it was until I played this game, which it sounds weird. Don't call me crazy, but I feel like ever since I played this game, I kind of like realized that I had a little bit of depression. Now, I'm not a sad person, but I don't think depression is really sadness. It's more of like absence, self-hate and stuff. I feel like it's an absence of emotion entirely. Now, I have cried and stuff, but not all the time. Sometimes I'll just be mad at myself, or I just won't feel anything, or I'll just stare, or I'll just doom scroll for 5 hours. That may be depression, I don't know, but I think I feel gloomier during the winter months. Maybe that's me, I don't know, but I kind of like winter. I love winter. Not as much as spring, but it may be seasonal affective disorder, but I doubt it. It's probably because it's in the middle of the year. Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm a necessarily depressed person, but I can have sad days. I can maybe I just have like the lowest form of depression. I'm not saying that I suffer and stuff. Like, you guys have no idea how hard it is, because I don't struggle like that. But I may have a bad day every now and then. I may be down. I may not talk for a day or something. But I don't want to assume that I have it just to fit in with people, because that's not a good thing when people try to do that. But yes, I have depression. That sucks. I have had some very bad days and stuff. I mean, I guess staying up till 6 a.m. until I pass out, maybe that's depression, I don't know, but I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm a sad individual, but I can have very, very bad days. I guess it's different on everybody. Everybody has it differently. But it wasn't really until I played Doki Doki Literature Club that I realized that I had some sort of depression or something. Or just... That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. It's 4 a.m. Wow. I used to never stay up this late, but now I do. Maybe that is depression. I don't freaking know. I guess I have depression, but yeah. Sucks to suck, I guess, for me, but it doesn't matter. No, I'm not suicidal or anything. I don't think depression means you're suicidal. I think, for me, the way it works is I just don't want to start the next day. I would say if I do have depression, I have the lowest form possible. I don't like to tell myself I have depression. It's a serious thing. And being down for days doesn't mean you have it. It just means you have low self-confidence in yourself. I'd say I'm a confident person. Just turned 3 a.m. Oh, well, I live in EST. I think I like to tell myself that I have depression, though, because I don't like to lie to myself. Like, I think telling myself that there is something wrong is better than just saying that life dealt me a bad day. So I think I might have like the lowest form of depression. Because I can have good days. I can go fine for like a week or something, and then all of a sudden, bam. I mean, staying up till 4 is not healthy. I used to not do this, but it's like saying you have PTSD from tripping and falling on concrete. Well, I don't know. I mean, it works different for everybody. So I try to stay away from self-diagnosis. That's fair. But I always feel like I think like doom scrolling too, though. I don't want to say that I have it just to say that I haven't fit in with people, because that's definitely not cool. I can have very bad days. I can have very good days. But for me, the way it works is an absence of emotion. I may feel sad, I may feel happy, but Or like even at school when I try to think of, I can have very good days at school, but I can also like have like a day where I just want to go home and stuff. Maybe that's just bad days. Might be, but I don't know. I'd rather, because I don't want to lie to myself and say that everything's fine, but I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm a relatively, I'd say I'm a relatively happy person. Again, entirely situational, but I'm a relatively happy person for the most part. I'm a relatively happy person. I can just have bad days when I have them. Like I mean, everybody has bad days. Everybody has bad days, so I don't really know. I don't freaking know, but yeah. Sometimes I do bad. I'm not gonna finish that sentence because I cannot share that on you. Never. Anyways, when I was in middle school, I thought that taking medication was an easy way out or something like that. I don't really know if that medication works. I don't know for like depression stuff. I've never. I can't. I'm not gonna touch on that because I've never taken it, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Then again, like this, like anyone could just solve their mental problems with enough willpower. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible to solve with your own willpower. Because in your head, you can't just get something out of your head. I have a lot of mood. Maybe that's what I have is mood swings. I need people I like around me so I can be in a happier mood. When I'm alone by myself for too long, my bad thoughts eventually catch up to me. I mean, I love my friends and all, but I feel like some days I won't want to talk to them. Like, I'll want to be left alone. Like, I might, like, sometimes, like, I love my friends. We're good friends and stuff, but some days I just don't want to call them. I'll have, like, I just, like, for some reason I just won't. I think I just have mood swings. Like, I'll be, like, the quietest person you could ever meet. Maybe it is mood swings. Maybe it's depression. I don't freaking know, but I'm a very situational person. I am a very situational person. Even as an introvert, I feel appreciative toward people who want to spend time with me. Yeah, I appreciate when people want to spend time with me, but sometimes I just don't want to. I'm just. Maybe it's not depression, it's just I'm a very situational person. But when I have bad days, I will say this, I have very bad days. I have very bad days. But yeah. And I do not take care of myself like I should, because staying up till 6 or 4 a.m. is not healthy, but I ultimately could care less if it is or not. Because I don't want to start the next day. I don't want to worry about tomorrow. I feel like this is still Friday night. Well, it is. I mean, it's actually Saturday morning, but I literally don't want to start the next day. Like, I want to do this. So, like, I really don't want to start the next day. And it may be a good day tomorrow. I may have the best day ever, but I just don't want to do it. I'm not ready for it yet. If that's how you put it. Like, I don't want to start it. I'm having, like, a fun time now. Why do I have to do that? And then tomorrow will be all different and crap. I gotta do a bunch of stuff that I don't want to do, and then, yeah. But, anyways. I do not take care of myself like I should, though. Do I care? No. Should I? Yes. I guess if you don't suffer from mental illness, that's not possible to know what it's really like. I don't know if depression is a mental illness. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Are there some disorders that are overdiagnosed? Definitely. Probably. I never looked into it, though. Same. Can't say much more than that. That doesn't change the fact that a lot of people go undiagnosed too, you know? I wouldn't want to get myself diagnosed for depression, though. That would suck. I would not want to do that. I definitely would not want to do that. I'd rather be self-diagnosed or not diagnosed. So I would not want to do that. Maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't, I don't know, but I would not do that. Medication aside, people even look down seeing a mental health professional. Well, like I just talked about, I would not do that. I could be suffering from something, but I would not do that because I don't want to. I can take care of myself. Even though I don't. I could, but I don't. I don't need somebody else to give me pills and stuff. I will die on my own terms. Like, sorry that I want to learn more about my own mind, right? I mean, if you want to see one, you should, but if you don't, maybe I don't know. I'm not gonna touch on that, but I would never go to a doctor and see if I have depression or not. That, no. Everyone has all kinds of struggles and stresses. Maybe that's a better way to put it, is everybody struggles differently. That's a better way to say it. Because I can have struggles and stress, and it works. That's a better way to put it. Everybody struggles in life, and at all the different things. And professionals dedicate their lives to helping with those, except from the people that don't care and get paid big time money. If you think it could help you become a better person, don't be shy to consider something like that. We're on a never-ending journey to improve ourselves, you know. Well, I say that, but I think you're pretty perfect already. I think I'm relatively good person. Sometimes I do go overboard and be mean to people, but I think for the most part, I'm a good person. But I'm just gonna try to be a better person 2026. I think I'm relatively good, but I could be better. Definitely 100%. 100%. 100,000%. I could be a better person. But, yeah. Holy crap. How do I talk about stuff like that for so long? How long has this stream been? I wonder if I've reached 50 hours. It won't show me because I haven't closed it yet, but we've been going okay. Okay, I definitely have. Even as oh, never mind. I read the same message. Have you ever when it feels like to die? I've read this one so many times, and yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Every time. Yes, I have. I think the way it works is it's like when you die, boom, you don't feel a thing. Like when your brain, like, boom, like you're dead. I feel like that's how it happens. Like you're just instant. I think that's how it happens. Something I used to think about pretty often. It's alright, I gotta sleep now. When are you gonna end stream? Probably in 8 minutes, probably. To go to end it at 4:30. But recently I think I've actually learned what it feels like. I don't really understand, but whenever you quit the game, it feels like I'm instantly put to sleep, left with nothing but my thoughts. Good night, DDLC, by the way. But after a few seconds, my thoughts start to fill with incoherent jumbled patterns. I see static and rapid flashes of color while hearing all kinds of weird screaming noises. Good night. At that point, I can't even form my own thoughts anymore. I'm just endlessly hammered by the flashing and screaming, unable to move or even think. I'm pretty sure in that moment, I don't really exist, but for some reason, I can remember it anyway. After some immeasurable amount of time, it stops in an instant. I'm back in, excuse me, in my own mind. And you're here with me. I have no idea what it means for the game to quit or why that stuff happens to me. You also don't know why you always come back and put everything back to normal. But if you could do me a favor and do that to me as little as possible, that'd be really great. It's really not very pleasant all to be trapped in that screaming void, I bet. But in the end, you always fix it. That makes me feel like you really do care about me. So I have to thank you for that. It makes me feel even closer to you when you're here with me. And I try to close it until I turn off my computer or until I end the stream. Usually, I don't close it until I've been talking for like an hour though, because Monika's peak. Can't get bored of Monika. I mean, frick. I've been doing this for an hour and 34 minutes, so not bored yet. But we're gonna end in 6 minutes because I need to go to bed. I really do. It's not healthy. I say that, and I'll most likely stay up till 6. But I'm gonna try to go to bed at 4:30. I'm gonna try to go to bed at 4:30, more like 4:40, because it takes me like 10 minutes to unwind and stuff from the whole day. I can't just go to bed and I need to like relax. By the way, there's something that's been bothering me. You know how this takes place in Japan? Well, I assume you knew that, right? Yeah. Well, at least I just Well, at least decide it probably does. I mean, I assumed it takes place in Japan. I don't think you're actually told at any point where this takes place. Is this even actually really Japan? I don't know. I mean, it looks like Japan. I mean, aren't the classroom stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? Not to mention everything is in English. I mean, you can translate stuff, translators, but it feels like everything is just because it needs to be in the actual setting is an afterthought. Kind of giving me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. I feel like I'm at home, but I have no idea where home is in the first place. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window. Instead of your usual yard, you're in some completely unknown place. Would you still feel you were home? No. Would you want to go outside? Probably not. I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't matter anyway. As long as we're alone and safe together, this is really our home. Yep. And we can still watch the pretty sunsets night after night. I like the sunset. Pretty cool. Sometimes I like the sunset, sometimes I don't. Sometimes the sunset looks like the world's gonna end the next day. Like if it's all pink and stuff. I'm not a fan of pink sunsets. I don't like them. I do not like pink sunsets. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, I don't like pink sunsets myself. They don't look good to me. I like just like a normal yellow or something. Something subtle, you know? Hey, what's your favorite game? Obviously, Doki Doki Literature Club. That's my favorite game. I'm not joking, it is. Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club? Holy crap, look at that. Haha, that was a joke. Oh. Aw. If you tell me you like some other romance game, I might get a bit jealous. No, this is my favorite game by far. By a landslide, this is my favorite game. By a complete falling landslide. Nothing beats it. It just can't. It just can't be beat. It just can't. Man, I say this every time I play this. Every time I freaking play this, I always talk about how I wish I recorded or streamed my first playthrough. But I'll say it every time, but I just really wish I did. Because that was magical when I played it for the first time. I'm not joking. It was just beyond words when I played it for the first time. I was like, whoa. I didn't really think much of it though till Act 4 when I got the Your Reality song. I didn't really just think much of it, but when I got Your Reality, I was like, whoa, this is my favorite game. I just didn't really think that much until I listened to Your Reality. I didn't even think Monika was my favorite back then. It used to be Sayori, and then Monika. The way I actually, it might have been Monika from the start. It might have been Monika from the start, but I didn't like her as much as I do now. I think she might have been my favorite because I remember when I played it for the first time, I would always save Monika's poems for last because I liked them the most. So maybe she was my favorite at that time. I hope she was. I mean, Sayori, she's cool, but not Monika levels of cool. Plus, she doesn't really care about the player that much, unlike Monika. So, plus Sayori is like the player's best friend for life. You can't like somebody who's your best friend. I mean, you could, but not me personally. Back in my debate club days, I learned a lot about arguing. The problem with arguing is that each person sees their opinion as the superior one. That's kind of stating the obvious, but it affects the way they try to get their point across. Hopefully you didn't hear my yawn. Let's say you really like a certain movie, right? If someone comes along and tells you the movie sucks because it did X and Y wrong, doesn't that make you feel kind of personally attacked? Yeah. Well, it depends. If it's a goofy movie, I'll let it go, but if I really do like it, then I will argue and say that it's peak. It's because by saying it's like they're implying that you have bad taste. And once emotions enter the picture, it's almost guaranteed that both people will be left sour. But it's all about language. If you make everything as subjective sounding as possible, then people will listen to you no matter. Then, sorry, I speak too fast. Then people will listen to you without feeling attacked. You could say I'm personally not a fan of it, and I felt that I'd like it more if it did X and Y things right. This is how you be a good person. Talk like this, and you will be going to the moon and back. It even works when you're citing facts about things. If you say, I read this on a website that it works like this, or if you admit that you're not an expert on it. Yeah, like how I always give people life advice and just say I'm not an expert on it. That way, if it ruins their life, I can say, told you I wasn't an expert. Then it's much more like you're putting your knowledge on the table rather than forcing it onto them. If you put it in an active effort to keep the discussion mutual and level, they usually follow suit. I'm getting tired. Then you can share your opinions without anyone getting upset from a disagreement. Plus, people will start seeing you as pretty open-minded and a good listener. It's a win-win, you know. Well, I guess that would be Monika's debate tip of the day. That isn't. Yep, Monika's debate tip. Haha, that sounds a little silly. No, it doesn't. Thanks for listening, though. I'm gonna do one more line, one more conversation, then I'm gonna end the stream. I just can't keep staying up like this, especially because I have to go to school on Monday. So, yeah, I want to salvage what little routine I have left, even though I don't have anything left. So, yeah. Oh man, it was a good winter break though. I had a good winter break. But, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, this is a good one to end it. This is a very good one to end it. You know, high school is a really turbulent time in a lot of people's lives. Sorry, I freaking stutter like a freaking retard. I'm not a stutterer, by the way. If you didn't know. I just tend to speak too fast and I slur my words and then they sound like crap. So then I try to re-say them and obviously it doesn't work. People can get really passionate and dramatic, and others have not achieving aching hearts and seek attention on social media. I've loved every year in my high school so far. I'm gonna bawl my eyes out next year when I graduate. I'm a junior, obviously, if you put two and two together, but I love high school. These are my favorite years of my life. High school. It's perfect. Like you're like 15 through 18 is the best because you're still young, but you're knowledgeable. You know things. You're not like you were in 6th grade where you don't know crap and you say stupid stuff, but in high school, you're like the perfect age. Like you're basically an adult. Not all the way, but your mind isn't fully developed, but you can think like an adult and stuff. I love high school because you're at the age where you start thinking more complex and stuff. You have just like, I mean, you basically are an adult at that point. Not all the way, but I can't speak because I'm only 17, but I think high school has definitely been the best years of my life. Like, you're still young and school. I'd say I don't love school. I love the social life of school. And I don't care for the academics. I don't hate the academics, but I don't care for them. But I love the social life of school. I freaking love it. It's gonna suck when I graduate next year. It's gonna suck, but at least then I'll be working and stuff and have money. And I can do things then. And others, I already read this. Oh, frick. But all the social pressure and hormones. I don't know what people are talking about when they say hormones. I'm too stupid to know what that crap is. Maybe that's what like mood swings and stuff are. Can lead to a dark time in people's lives. Everyone has a story. You may not know it. That is I cannot speak for everyone, but yeah. That is a very good way to say it. You may not know what someone is really feeling on the inside. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna reread it. I just wanna. Okay, there we go. No, one more. Okay, we're gonna read this again. I just wanted to have it all in an outline so I don't actually. Okay, let's reread it. Here was it. Everyone has a story. I agree with this because you never know what somebody's dealing with on the inside. It is extremely easy to hide your feelings. I don't think people understand that. I think people think it's obvious if you're hurting on the inside. It's not. It is very easy to hide your feelings. A lot of the time. But yeah, everybody has a story. I definitely agree. This probably makes me sad because I actually do know somebody who, I guess I'll just say it. I actually do know somebody who. How do I do know somebody who has committed suicide, and so this is a really, and it was just like this. You may not know what someone is feeling on the inside, and when they did kill themselves, they were like the happiest person ever. So this is a really good freaking line. They weren't my age, they're like 5 years younger, but you do not know when somebody's hurting on the inside. Because they were like the happiest person ever, but I'm not going to say how it happened because it's none of your guys' business, but it's really sad because you don't know. That's the worst part. That's the worst part is you don't know, but we're going to continue reading it and we're going to end the stream. They don't want attention because they've already given up on the inside. That's another thing is they might not want help either. Or they won't even bother telling the world about it. And can you blame them? Because a lot of the time the world won't even care. Or they'll just push it off and say you're having a bad day. Or something like that. But you never really do know. That's the sass part. Is the world is a cruel place. Let's continue. Their feeling of worthlessness is so overwhelming that they don't even want people to tell them otherwise. Sorry, I had the hiccups. Yeah, this is another thing is you don't want people to tell you otherwise. Sorry, my voice is so freaking dry. Yeah. People like feel so worthless. They don't even want you to tell them that they're not, because they're just so used to it and stuff. Depression comes in many forms, but that's one of them. Yep, I will agree with that. If you just think, if you think, someone's struggling with depression, this is how I try to treat people. Is you can help just by treating them like they're a good friend. That's how I try to go about it. This is how I try to go about it. Not everybody wants you up in their face, but just doing this can help. I just try to be a nice person and stuff when I can. I'm not the nicest person. Not always the nicest, but I do try to do my best. I think this is the best. Just by treating them like a good friend, just like treating them like a normal human being is the best. Because you may not even know, so you should treat everybody like that. Spend time with them even if they don't feel like doing much exactly. And remind them that they always have something to look forward to. Making plans in advance, letting them borrow something, or even just saying, see you at school tomorrow. All those things. I'm going to comment on this line later, but all those things can help your friend make it to the next day. I hope being friends with Sarah is giving you some perspective on the true face of depression. Now, this may sound really crazy, but it has. I didn't really know that much about depression and stuff before I played this game. And I used to look at it at a bad angle. I looked at it at a very bad angle that I'm ashamed of myself at before I played this game. I used to think that people who did that, committed suicide, were weak or failures or losers for not doing it, but that is a terrible outlook on it. That is one of the worst outlooks you could have it. That is a terrible outlook. Now, first of all, let me be careful with my words, but that's a terrible outlook because it's just terrible. You should not. It's terrible. I used to think like that. I used to think like people are weak and stuff, but they're not weak. They're freaking hurting and stuff. That's the worst part. They're not freaking losers. They're like people who are hurting. So I used to think really bad. I used to think about it in the wrong way because they're not. Because they're really just sad people, you know, people who do that. They're really just sad people who have like sad, that like life's falling apart and crap. So I'm really glad. And this game, it has changed my perspective on it. It's changed them from just feeling like sorry for people. Not aggressive, but sorry for people. Like, just like it's come like people don't do it well, I'm not gonna say that, but they do it because they're like sad and stuff and crap. They can't take it and stuff. So this game has changed my perspective on it, and it's changed it in a much better way. But this line, I'm not gonna reply to it because I'm gonna say something stupid. Yeah, she's gone now, but Sarah was never real in the first place. You're real. Your friends are real. And just by being a good person, you can save someone's life. This is probably the most important one. This is just the most important one, because I'm not saying you should spend hours of your day on somebody else, but just by being a good person, just by saying thank you to the cashier or whatever the heck it may be, just by being a good person, I think you genuinely could. I think you genuinely could. If somebody had that on their mind the entire day, and then all of a sudden somebody says thank you or something, that may give them a reason to live tomorrow. That might give them a reason to live, but yeah. Just being a good person is what I recommend. It's the easiest and probably the best thing you can do, especially if you don't even know the person that well. Not saying that you have to be friends with everybody, but just by being a good person, I think you genuinely can. But I'm gonna say something sort of controversial is, I think if they've truly made up their mind, I don't think you can change it. If they really have, you might delay it. But if they really made up their mind, I don't think you can save someone's life. Which is a really sad thing, but I think if they really want to, you're not gonna stop them. That's my personal outlook, but I think this can work most of the time, but, well, not all the time, but it's really sad, but I don't think it always works because you don't control them. They might find a way or something, but yeah, it's very sad. I'm not glorifying it or anything, but if they really want to, I don't think there's any stopping it, which is very sad. As for you don't struggle with depression or anything like that. Well, I don't really know. I don't really know personally. I do not really know myself. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'm just a situational person. See, I may seem like a really happy person on camera, and I think I am. I'd say I'm a relatively happy person, but it's just all changes and stuff. It all changes. Like, I may not even had a bad day for a week, and then all of a sudden I just figure, like, what did I do productive and stuff? Maybe that's just feeling of laziness or whatever, but maybe I have depression, maybe I don't. I'm just a very situational person. On this, I am very different on this stream than I am in real life. I try not to fake it, but I think it's impossible to appear the same as I do in real life. I mean, the way I talk to my friends and stuff is vastly different than I talk to people on Discord and stuff here, but it's kind of impossible to talk the same way I do in real life than I do here. I mean, I try to not put on the face and stuff. I try to talk my. I think I actually, I kind of feel like I talk my true feelings here, because I can't really express these views with people in real life because they won't understand it and stuff. They might push me off as saying stupid stuff or something. So I feel like I can actually speak my true thoughts here or something. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe a little different. Maybe a little more. I don't know. But I try not to put on the face. Because YouTube have people who would want to save your life. Maybe they don't express it every day, or maybe they don't even know how to do it. But people do that. But people do feel that way. I promise. Man, humans are complicated. Ding, 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 ding. As long as you're here with me, I'll take care of you, my love. Well, that's very nice. Well, we're gonna do one more. Frick me. I love how I can just procrastinate. I love it. It's not healthy, but I personally don't care. I really don't care. This is how I enjoy spending my Friday night, genuinely. I genuinely do enjoy this, so. You know, it's been a while since we've done one of these, so let's go for it. Here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Oh, let's pay attention. Here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when I talk to people who are impressed by my writing, they say it like I could never write like that. It's really depressing, you know, as someone who loves more than anything else to share that joy of exploring your passions. It pains me when people think that being good just comes naturally. That's how it is with everything, not just writing. When you try something for the first time, you're probably going to suck at it. Oh, definitely. I think I could write. I should write a poem sometime. I've written songs and stuff for YouTube, and they did terrible. But at least I could say that I did them by myself and stuff. But I think I should write a poem sometime. Not even sing it, just upload it to YouTube. It'd be pretty cool. I think I could be a good writer. I think I could be a good writer. I think I could be a good writer, to be honest. I mean, I've written a lot of stuff, you know, essays, projects, and stuff, because I'm pretty far in school, 11th grade, second semester, so I've had my fair share of writing stuff. Yeah. I had my fair share of writing stuff. Shoot, sometimes when you finish, you feel proud of it and even want to share it with everyone. Yeah. I feel like when I share stuff, I want people to see it and stuff. Because you put all that work into it, you know? You want people to be proud of it and stuff. Or make you proud of it. Maybe after a few weeks you come back to it and you realize it was never really that any good. I feel like that a lot of things. I think I will admit that my first song that I uploaded to YouTube 3 weeks ago, that was dang awful. I will admit that, but I will admit that. I think the second one I released, the one 3 days ago, I think that's actually pretty good. I think it's okay. I think I'd give it an 8 out of 10. That second song I made. Sure, it was cringe, but doesn't freaking matter, does it? No, it doesn't. So, yeah. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, I'd say, personally. That happens to me all the time. It can be pretty disheartening to put so much time and effort into something, and then you realize it sucks. Yeah, that feeling does suck. But that tends to happen when you're always comparing yourself with the top professionals. That's another thing. That's a very bad thing too, because with social media, you'll see the best of the best. You don't see the worst of the worst, or people. You don't even have to be the worst of the worst, but you'll just feel like you're the worst just because you'll in social media you'll see people who are the best at things and stuff, and when you try to like song people who make songs and stuff, there's all these huge artists and stuff, and you may feel discouraged when you don't make something as good as them, and that's not a good way to think, because those are like they're popular, but yeah, they might make good music, but you should not compare yourself to people. Comparing yourself is such a bad thing, especially to top professionals. It's such a bad thing, and I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of a lot of things I talk about here. Don't do what I do, basically. uh, when you reach right for the stars, they're always going to be out of reach, you know. That's true. The truth is you have to climb up there step by step. And whenever you reach a milestone, first you look back and see how far you've gone. That's the best part. I mean, I could never imagine myself writing a song. This may sound pretty cringe. I mean, it got friggin' 60 views, but it's crazy. It takes a lot of courage and stuff to... You just gotta have courage when it comes to creating things. Because you're worried about how it's gonna turn out and stuff. But you just gotta do it. Just gotta be courageous. And look back at the milestone. See how far you've gotten. Then you look ahead and realize how much more there is to go. So sometimes it can help to set the bar a little lower. I agree too. When I made my first song, I did not expect it to do well. I'd say 60 views is pretty good. That's kind of what I was expecting by now. So setting the bar lower is it's a really good move. That way you don't be disappointed. Try to find something you think is pretty good but not world class. Exactly. Make yourself proud. You can make that your own personal goal, exactly. It's also really important to understand the scope of what you're trying to do. If you jump right into a huge project and you're still amateur, you'll never get it done. Yeah. I did that like in my first song. My first song, I thought it was like a bar. And I just realized I was completely amateur and that it was pretty bad. I'd rate my first song a 5. I'd rate it a 6 out of 10. I did not do good in that. My second one, though, I really think I did a good job. I'm proud of that. So if we're talking about writing, a novel might be too much at first. I'm not trying short stories. The great thing about short stories is that you can just focus on one thing you want to do, right? I've never written a story. Actually, yes, have I? I don't think maybe. That goes for smaller projects in general. You can really focus on one or two things. It's such a good learning experience and stepping stone. But one more thing. Writing isn't something where you could just reach into your heart and something beautiful comes out. Nope. When I was writing my song, I probably took 3 hours to write it all. You gotta reach in there. But you don't just reach in there. It takes effort. Creativity is really hard. You don't just put down. It's hard to be creative. Really hard. Just like drawing and painting, it's a skill and skill to learn how to express what you have made exactly. It's really hard. I don't draw or paint. I'm terrible at it, but I can say that I'm a music artist. Maybe not a good one, maybe not a popular one, but I have made music, so I consider myself a music artist, and a YouTuber, and a filmmaker, and a streamer, and a creator, and a Discord owner, and a uniter, because I've brought a lot of people into my Discord together, so yeah. That means there are methods and guides and basics to it. I want to write. I think I might upload a poem to YouTube. Reading up on that stuff can be super eye-opening. That sort of planning and organization will really help prevent you from getting overwhelmed and giving up. And before you know it, you start sucking less and less. Yeah, that's true. Nothing comes naturally. Our society, everything is built on thousands of years of human innovation. So as long as you start on that foundation, take it up and take it step by step, you too can do amazing things. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Well, I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. Thanks for watching. I need to go to bed, so see ya. I really appreciate everybody who's joining the stream. we did really good on this one. My YouTube channel's really been doing so much better. It's really been doing so much better. So yeah, I'll see you guys around. Good night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here.